Hey family, don't beat me up. I know y'all ain't seen me in a couple days, but that's fine. We gonna get into the message, okay? I just want to say that I love and appreciate y'all, for real, for real. I don't know why I'm smiling. I guess that's what happened when I miss somebody, when I miss people, when I miss, I don't know. Maybe that could be your energy in regards to someone, okay? Someone could definitely miss you, and you guys are about to come together, spend some time together. This could be like a friend or something like that. But anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all of your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions. It's greatly, greatly, tremendously appreciated, for real, for real. Okay. I'm hearing Spidey, I'm hearing spiky, and I'm seeing someone do their hair and it looks like spikes. They did it with gel. Okay, I'm hearing gothic. Someone could love to wear black or wears all black. Okay, I'm also seeing black eyeliner, black nail polish. A lot of black. I'm hearing gray area. Okay. I'm hearing the leaves of the trees. I'm also hearing something about medicine being created. Excuse me, with a certain type of leaf. I'm also hearing hemp seeds, hemp leaves, hemp oil. I just heard cannabis tree. I just heard, can I climb your tree? You could be you could be interested in a tall person, male or female. Okay, you see this person as very, very attractive. I'm also hearing spirit say, be mindful what you wish for. And I don't know why, I'm gonna just be real. The reason why I said that is because I'm not saying all tall people have back problems when they get older, but usually when you're really tall and you get older, if you're in a relationship with someone, your spouse ends up being the one that kind of take care of you, specifically a man I'm seeing, because you may end up having back problems, or you probably already do. Okay, but let's get into the cards and see what come out for y'all. I hope y'all having a beautiful, healthy day. It's currently 12:46, and when I looked at the time, it was 12:45. By the time I got done saying it was 12:46. Okay. So that could be very significant. Something about speeding up time, or time sped up. Take all of these, spirit. I heard yes, and take one more. Okay. So you got, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? But it came in reverse. It says, am I in my head or in my heart? That came up upright. And then it says, I am communicating my needs, but that came in reverse. So first of all, I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who could be really serious, or you take things really serious. Spirit is saying to loosen up a bit. Okay. Does my life have more time does my life have room for more pleasure and play? But it came in reverse. Now upright, I'm just gonna say what I'm feeling. Okay, does my life have more room for pleasure and play? I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who, you could be fed up, right, with bullshitting around with yourself. Really, I'm picking up more so on yourself, or there's a need for you to be fed up, because I'm here. Aren't you tired of the bullshit? Aren't you tired of feeling hurt? Aren't you tired of feeling drained? Aren't you tired of feeling incomplete? Okay. I feel like that loosen up energy, right, is coming from someone who can take things that they can take life very serious in the wrong way, or with the wrong people. Like, for example, right, you could be somebody who loves love, and you love really hard, right, but you're choosing the wrong people to love because they're not reciprocating that energy. But you take it very serious. You take your heart very serious. You take the way you love very serious. You're the type of person that's very nurturing. You take care of your partner and you want the same in return, but you're not getting it. So I feel like Spirit is saying that you're tired of playing around with yourself. Okay? It's time for you to take yourself a little bit more serious. It says, am I in my head or in my heart? That goes in congruent with the message that I was channeling off this card. Are you moving with sense and logic of what you feel like makes sense, or are you moving with your heart? For somebody here, you could be somebody that operates out of your heart and it's being of detrimental to you because, like I said, you're using your heart in the wrong spaces, in the wrong places, with the wrong people, right? And for another person here, I feel like you're very logical, or you do things that you feel like if it don't make money, it don't make sense. I'm also hearing, am I in my head or am I in my heart? Someone could be so much in their head about matters of the heart because maybe, you're on the opposite spectrum with operating out of your heart. Maybe that was you before, and then you started operating more so out of your head instead of both. When you operate out of both, it's called a balance. When you operate through what makes sense, even if it makes sense, which is logic, which is the head, and it makes sense to your heart, you know what I'm saying? Or more so your soul, because your heart is like a human thing, right? It's a feeling that you get. But when you operate out of that chakra, the heart chakra. But what about the soul? I'm hearing the solar plexus. What fulfills the soul? Is your soul fulfilled? No matter who you are on the scale, whether you're the one in your head or the one in your heart, both parties need to balance, okay? I could also be talking to two counterparts. One is in their head, one is in their heart. And it needs to be balanced between the two. Okay, and am I communicating my needs was also in reverse, which means that say what you need to say. I'm hearing that song, say what you need to say. Okay, do what you need to do. Make sure that when you're communicating your needs, I'm hearing make sure they're valid. I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to mean. Maybe Spirit is saying make sure that what you wish for, you actually want. Okay. And I'm also hearing, like, don't be afraid to say what you got to say. Yeah, you got, am I letting fear stop me? You may be afraid to communicate something. Both of these were in reverse. And Spirit is telling you to move out of that energy. No longer apologizing for your truth. You could definitely I'm speaking to somebody who have walked away from somebody. Like, you walked away and you've been walked away for a while now. I feel this person coming back, wanting a second chance. It's just like they're trying to come up with some sort of strategic plan to get you, okay? What y'all once used to do, they feel like maybe they can come in and offer what it is that they used to offer. Like, let's just say y'all used to smoke together. Maybe they say, ooh, let's go to the dike. I don't know why I heard the dike, okay? The dike, the reason why I said the dike is because where I live, I ain't gonna say where I live. Where I'm from in Florida, if you look at the map, you're gonna see down south of Florida a big lake in the middle of it. You can't miss it. It's the biggest water. It's the biggest piece of water inside that state when you look at the map as far as the waterfront. Outside of the beach, I mean like in the middle, right? And where I'm from, we grew up right on that lake, and it's called a pier, but we call it the dike because it was a man-made border built around it, so that way the water won't overflow into the cities, because there's a lot of small cities surrounding that lake. It's called Lake Okeechobee. But anyways, in my city, we call it the dike. So it's like you have to go and climb up the little, I was finna say mountain. I'm hearing go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Don't ask me to sing, because baby, listen, we gonna be, your motherfucking eardrums gonna pop fuck with me. But anyways, Somebody could be saying, let's go on the dike and smoke some. Or they maybe you're a person that likes nature. You like water, but you like to get high, or you like to drink, or whatever your niche is. This person could offer this thinking that you're the same person. And I'm not saying you don't do what you used to do, but maybe you don't do it as much, or maybe you've seen the value in just doing it by yourself and enjoying life alone. Versus with these people, yeah, there's definitely someone wanted to speak up, okay? There's no reason for me to be coughing right now, literally none. There's an energy of someone wanting to speak up in regards to some spirit is saying no, block this person out, okay? Make sure that the boundaries that you set, they were set. When you say something, stand on that shit, mean it. When you about business, be about business, okay? Something about business and pleasure could be very significant. You could also get a lot of pleasure out of a business you created, that you're creating, or you get a lot of pleasure out of standing on business. Like, you're happy with the fact that you walked away from somebody that you never saw yourself without, right? These could be family members, these could be friends, whatever. Make sure that you say what you need to say, and that's it. Don't shy away from doing it. It also says what boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships. We was just speaking on that, and that card came out. What excuses am I making right now? But it's in reverse, so I feel like you're no longer making excuses, or there's a need to no longer make excuses. Okay, do I have more room for pleasure and play? Spirit said we off that. So yeah, I'm getting like past energies, we past that, we off that. There's no need for you to be dipping back into a pot that's gonna poison you. You feel what I'm saying? And instead of me using tarot, I'm just gonna read the back of these cards, and maybe it'll spark something in for y'all, whatever. But occasionally I get caught to these cards because they're really deep. They make you question what's going on within your life, because some of us, we run away from that. You see what I'm saying? Things that we should be facing head on, like shadow work, our shadow being, you know, embracing the ugly, or what we feel like is ugly, and making it pretty, right? I'm also learning in my own life right now how to look at things in a different perspective, because your perspective really, truly defines your happiness, right? You could be blessed with something, and because it's not the way you felt like it should have came, or this wasn't what you were expecting, or it don't look like what you thought it would look like, does not mean that it's not a blessing. It's all in how you're able to look at the situation. For example, let's just say you was told that you're about to get a new car, maybe through a priestess, maybe a priest or whatever, right? And you're thinking one way in which you're going to get that car, and it come in a whole nother way, right? But the circumstances in which you got the car are better for you than the circumstances you were going to put yourself in, or the circumstances you thought you were going to be put in. Need that car, for example. Maybe you got somebody who want to give you a car for free. Maybe the car don't look like how you wanted it, even though they told you, or you had a feeling, or God could have even told you you're about to get a new car, right? Maybe in your mind you thought this was going to be a fresh car off the lot, no miles, you know, or a little bit of miles. That's your version of a new car. Whole time somebody's about to give you a car, it is new to you. It's something you never drove, right? And this new car that you're about to get is free. You don't have to pay for it, right? It's free, but it's not the type of car that you would personally buy or like to drive or something like that, versus you going on a lot and you getting a payment, right? But it is something that you actually like, yet you got to come out of pocket and pay for it every month. Which would you choose? You know what I'm saying? If you somebody that can afford the payment, then go for it. But if you somebody who, even if you can afford it, and you just see that it's an opportunity for you to get a free car, right? Even though it's not what you planned on it being. It's all in the perspective and how you look at the situation. Because you could look at it like, but God, you can complain about something that was just given to you for free with no payments. Less worries that you got to worry about. Nothing wrong with the car. car drives perfectly fine, just don't look the way in which you feel like it should look, right? All I'm trying to say is, y'all, depending on the perspective you're in, fuck the situation, because you could be rich, right, or poor, right, or whatever they call it, because rich and poor is just a human thing. At the end of the day, when it comes to your spirit, you can have zero money in your bank account, but your spirit is rich. And naturally, when you have a rich spirit, abundance follow you, right? Everything that you need is taken care of when it needs to be taken care of. It may not come when you want it, but it comes for you right on time. Just imagine you going through something, the spirit blessed you with some money right before you went through something and you spent it, versus blessing you with that money while you're in the mix of going through chaos. And it's right on time. So all I'm trying to say is happiness is dependent on the perspective of the person, right? And I tried to give that car example because, you know what I'm saying? You got something you got free. You got something you got to pay for. Depending on your circumstances, which would you choose? Would you be happy with the fact that somebody just offered you a brand new free car? Or would you complain and be like, nah, that ain't it? Or basically, I'm trying to say just how it's the way you look at it. I'm not saying either choice is wrong, right? But if you're looking at the free thing as something that you don't want and you complain about it and looking at it like, nah, that ain't my taste, that ain't it, you could miss out on the blessing. You end up getting this car, having to pay for something. And now that could have been money you could have been putting in the savings account, or money you could have been saving for a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? I'm also getting something about breaking your money, literally breaking the bank in 3. So maybe you need to get you a spend account, a reserved account, and a savings. A savings is something you don't touch at all, no matter what. Reserved is, I'm gonna put this money to the side, so just in case I run out of spending money, I have something on the side where I don't have to go in my savings account. Some about financial literacy is going to be very significant. Okay, this could be something you're learning or you're being called to learn. And I'm sorry that I was talking so much. If you weren't interested, you probably left anyway, but that's cool. As long as I can help one person with each one of these videos, I'm cool with that. But yeah, it's currently 1 o'clock on the dots. Okay, I'm seeing 000, so something about the beginning, a start over. Okay, but yeah, happiness is all in the perspective of the person. Because what you deem as happy or what make you happy may not make me happy. Or we could be going through the same exact situation and circumstance, but I'm happy because I'm going through these circumstances with the fact that I get to learn certain things and grow. And you might be feeling some type of way because you're going through these circumstances and not seeing the growth that you can gain out of it. But yeah, I'll talk forever. I'm a motherfucker talker. Okay. But anyways, it says, in what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? For somebody here, I feel as if you want to transition between working for someone and working for yourself. Excuse me. If not, creating more of a free dynamic. Okay, I'm sorry that I be burping, but it is what it is. Excuse me. Yo, 2 nights ago, I had the craziest dream in America. And I recorded it. I didn't post the dream because I was yawning, burping, stretching. I had just woke up. It was in the dark. My eyes weren't even open yet. But I didn't want to forget this dream because I knew Spirit was putting it on me. This is for somebody in the collective. This is for somebody a part of the soul tribe. So we're going to talk about that later on tonight when I get off work. But yeah, that dream was crazy. Between my phone being hacked, between me being kidnapped, between the police working in cahoots with the people, like it was crazy. But anyways, it says today's soul action. What would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. Spirit is also saying somebody need a break from working so hard. I'm also getting to your mind needs a break from thinking so much. Someone, you need a vacation, whatever that means, okay? Vacation don't mean you got to fly out. Vacation could just mean autopilot mode. Well, I'll take that back. Maybe, I don't know why I said that. But anyway, a vacation just means to vacate, to leave one area and go to another. Whether this is leaving the chaotic side of your mind and going into a peaceful state, or you actually moving from where you are, or traveling from where you are to travel to somewhere else to enjoy the scenery, or whatever it is. Vacate, evacuate. I'm hearing that. Okay, I'm also seeing a building being evacuated. I'm seeing an alarm. Okay, this could be to some sort of fire hazard, or there could be an energy in which, like, I'm getting, like, I'm hearing mass shooting, or someone could have, I'm literally seeing someone bring a bomb inside a place. And then I'm hearing dismantled. I'm seeing what's supposed to happen, but I'm also seeing it not happening. Something about an angel or an energy dismantling bombs. Okay, this is very spiritual. Like, this bomb is intended to go off. I'm also seeing, you know how in the movie scenes where they'll tie a bomb to a person and put them inside a building? I'm seeing that type of energy. I'm seeing a bomb being taped to someone's hand, and if they, I don't know, or taped to their body. Okay, shit, this could be a movie you're watching, something about a bomb going off. This could even be metaphorically, where it's like you're a ticking time bomb. You're running out of patience when it comes to something. And it's forcing you to be so hard on yourself, you know, on your mind, on your body, on your spirit, on your soul. Somebody here definitely needs to break away from, I just heard children, or they need to break away from life. Like, it's becoming too much. And it's definitely affecting someone's physical here, or the way they're able to physically do things. Okay. It says, am I in my head or in my heart? What is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, it fears and wow. Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. That's you conditioning yourself, or you've been conditioned to think and operate out of fear. A muscle also can get tight and hold on to built up stress. If you don't stretch it out, it will just get tighter and tighter and tighter until it becomes painful. So think about that in a metaphoric sense. Like, think about it. Your brain. This could even be your spirit. And then I said it starts affecting your body. You know, the way you're able to operate. Somebody here, you need some yoga. You need to stretch, okay? Not just your body, but your mind. You need to expand your mind. Look at things from a different perspective. And it's automatically going to cause expansion, because now you see it. And the way you see things is what affects how you feel. Okay, did I say that right? The way you see it can definitely affect how you feel. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today's soul action. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video. Do some taping or tapping. I'm hearing tapping in. I'm hearing do some shadow work. Read an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and your dreams. That just brought me back to something that I supposed to did. Thank you, Spirit. You keep reminding me. I need to make more time for myself. You know, that's why I've been taking breaks here and there, because I tend to overwork. Like, I'm a really hard worker, y'all. If y'all didn't know, now you know. You know what I'm saying? And that's not always good. Also, too, I want to say this because I'm thinking about it, right? So, and the Spirit just made me forget it. He said, that's for you. Okay, anyways. If it come back up, then it will. It says, am I communicating my needs? Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? This could even be you communicating to the spiritual realm. This could even be you communicating to yourself what you need. If you know you need to take out some time for yourself, take out some time for yourself. You could be worried about your check, and if your check don't be right, this, that, and the third. You could be worried about bills. At the end of the day, when you're doing mental health checks and you're doing things for your spirit, your health is important. Not just the body, but your mental health, your emotional health is important. When you're taking time out for yourself, God loves that and appreciates that. You see what I'm saying? He will never lead you astray. If you know your rent due, and you just need a break, God gonna make it happen. All you gotta do is have a relationship with him. I'm telling you something. Because there's been plenty of times I ain't know what the fuck. Or I took a leap of faith and did something that I felt like was stupid. And just in time, I always get saved. Every fucking time. I'm going to give y'all an example. Should I get him that example? He's coming up, Spirit saying yes. So, boom. There was this one time, right? I'm just going to be real because I'm trying to find a way to beat around the bush. And I don't be with all that shit. Like, I just like to get straight to the point. What I gotta say, I don't want to have to make up nothing to make it to. Anyway, so boom, I was living in Atlanta and something ended up happening with my mom or whatever, and she ended up having to come live with me or whatever. And all the money I had was the money that was coming up for rent. The rent was 3 days away, and at the time I think my rent was like $980 or some shit. Yeah, $980. And my mom ended up becoming pretty much homeless. She ain't have nowhere to go. Her and her sister don't get along. Fucked up part is they twins. They don't get along. Sister end up throwing her shit out. At the time, I was married, right? And my husband was like, because really he ain't like my mama. Right? But in my head, I'm like, you got me fucked up, because if it was your mama that's living out on the street, bitch, you'll go... You know what I'm saying? And get it. Like, what the fuck? At the time, I ain't say it like that. But when I'm like, as you think about the fucked up shit people be thinking and doing, it's crazy. But anyways, yeah, like, why wouldn't I go get my mama? At the time, man, my mama was like this or whatever. At least that's what I thought. Nobody can tell me nothing about my mom. And that's just what it is. Like, I feel like she had some sort of spell over me. Not literally, because I don't think that she rocked that way, but like over my mind, she just had control of it, because I was young, dumb, naive, and I didn't have my own mind. Now I got my own mind. You're not just gonna tell me something to think I'm just gonna go along with it just because. I don't care who you is, friend, foe, mom, dad. I don't give a fuck if you a millionaire. I don't give a fuck. Like, at the same time, my mind is being ran by a higher power. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there, but that higher power is too. So I go with what the higher power tell me. I go with what God tell me. I go with what my angel spirit guides tell me. Otherwise, yeah. But anyways, I end up going to get her, and that was the only money that I had. I used my rent money to take a Greyhound to go all the way to Florida, South Florida at that, Miami, Florida, from Atlanta, Georgia, and bought a U-Haul. Why my mom ain't have no money, I don't know. I ain't really give a fuck. It wasn't my business. I just wanted to make sure that they were safe. We couldn't even get U-Haul. We had to get some other company. That shit was like $700. Then she had, my mom ain't shit. After this, I'm gone, y'all. Then because for some reason, she just don't like to talk to her parents, but she would use her parents for money. Like, I don't get that. My granddaddy, he got his own trucking business, so he got a little, he got a little something to work with. He could spare a little change. You know what I'm saying? So she made me go to, now keep in mind, I hate to say this, but the reality of it is, me and my granddaddy, we don't talk that much. He don't call me, I don't call him. I know he is, but he's never really been in my life like that. Like, yeah. And I don't believe in chasing nothing or no motherfucking body. At the same time, if y'all teach me how to be who I am, don't expect me to be different. I'm not the type, like, I feel like a parent, a phone works two ways. If I can call you, I'm not finna keep on calling you, because I feel like then I'm chasing you, and that's besides the point. Anyway, she made me go ask him for a couple dollars. I end up asking him for the money. So the U-Haul was $800. The rest of the money that we end up using was for gas and food for traveling. And I didn't know where the fuck I was gonna get my rent money from. And I tell y'all, within 2 days, I had my rent money back, because at the time I also had a cleaning business. And with cleaning, in the cleaning business, a phone call can come out of nowhere. And this man, he needed a deep clean. Just with one house, I end up making like 400 and some bucks, right? And then I end up getting paid right on time, right before that the day came. Well, I was able to pay my rent on the 1st. After the 5th, you late, but I was able to pay my shit on time. So I said that to say this. Things happen miraculously when you do things out of your heart. At the time, I was operating out of my heart. God did that for me. He didn't do that for nobody else. And the thing about it is they were able to experience the blessings that I was able to experience, or experience being saved by the bell. That could be very significant. That TV show, experience being saved by the bell, all because they were in my energy. So all in me trying to tell you one thing, there's another thing that pop up. Be mindful of who in your energy, because you may be very lucky, right? And people are safe around you. People are protected around you, but everybody don't deserve that protection, right? And that's something I also had to learn. But like I said all that to say that if you need a break, take a break. At the end of the day, you're going to be supported, especially when you're doing it out of your heart, or you're doing it for your own sanity. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? To create more healthy boundaries, you must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings, and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know that they end, to know where they end and where you begin. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. Excuse me. This is also giving me the energy of like when things end, know that ending automatically translute to a beginning. You know what I'm saying? And it's saying where the relationship ends and where you begin. It's like you finally being able to see it for what it is and walk into your own power and begin anew within you. And it translates without of you. Okay, today's soul action. When we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you are an empath, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff. Haven't we been talking about this the whole time? It is safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. And that's another thing we go wrong with. We may have the energy in us, because I know personally, I want to save the world. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like that. I want to contribute to the happiness in which people experience in this world by doing my part in helping. But I didn't know that could be very detrimental when you're trying to save somebody who don't want to be saved. Okay, I'm hearing you can't turn a hoe into a houseway. I'm also hearing she don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Okay, don't save his ass either. They gotta save themselves. There's nobody can be your hero but you. I could contribute to your happiness, but I cannot make you happy. And if you aren't happy, that means my contribution will only be temporary. It's not gonna help you at all. You're not gonna feel fulfilled. And I cannot empty out myself trying to fill you up. That's not gonna happen. It says, today's mantra, I have everything I need within me now, and so do they, period. I am worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. And with that being said, y'all, I done talked y'all to death. I just saw 333 on the clock. Now I'm saying 3333 on the clock. Okay, I love you guys. I really appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. If you want to book a personal, everything is in the description box. Thank you all for your energetic and monetary donations. They're definitely appreciated. You got this, okay? At the end of the day, you strong. You know, sometimes you may feel like you're in a battle by yourself, but you're never alone. You're always going to be supported in the spiritual realms, okay? If you're doing what you got to do to make sure you get where you need to go, then you're going to be supported no matter what. I thought I was going to do 2 videos, but apparently not. I got to go finish getting ready for work. And hopefully you guys enjoy this. I really appreciate you. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.